Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubats in at the 5, roaming the paint. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. Here's Beverly. Pass to Zubats. George with the ball. And the layup's good off the glass. George has got the first points of the night for the Clippers.
And it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
Pass to Griffin. Launches it. The shot comes out, and the Clippers will come the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, facing that hostile crowd, they've just found a way to kind of tune out the noise and focus on the game.
What was beautiful, it was a tremendous game plan coming in. You saw the execution, and you saw the results.
Brown the pass to Griffin. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And guys, one thing that has been interesting to see since Blake Griffin came to Detroit is how he's developed as a leader, has come into his own with how he takes responsibility for the team's play.
And the first one drops. And with Griffin, you look at his time on the Clippers, and for most of his career, he was more of a second in command.
Coach Casey said last year early on that Griffin is the leader of this team, and Blake took it upon himself to step up to the challenge. Makes sense no matter how you look at it. He's their best player and needs to be one of the leaders.
Blake Griffin hits them both.
People wondered how happy Blake Griffin would be after being traded from L.A. to Detroit a few years back. He has completely embraced the city, and Motown loves him back as well, quickly becoming a fan favorite.
Now here's Leonard. He picked up 24 points in their last one against Sacramento. And he makes that one.
One of the toughest covers in the league. Kawhi's jumper just keeps getting better.
And with Griffin, he's also embraced Detroit's situation, trying to build a contender.
Griffin said he feels like he's a part of building something special here in Detroit. You have to admire how quickly Blake has gone all in for the Pistons franchise.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Now here's Beverly. Tight defense on him. A floater, and Griffin sends it back.
I love the defensive intensity from Blake Griffin on that play.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
At the line for 2. Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
Well, the Pistons, one of the more successful franchises in NBA history. 3 titles and many other trips to the NBA Finals. Only a handful of franchises can say that.
And so he makes both from the line. And Smitty, you were talking about the Pistons, a history of success, of championships. But the last 10 years have been difficult.
Pistons have struggled the last decade. You're so right, Kevin. But this team has a track record of not staying down for long. Detroit doing what they can to return to championship contention.
Leonard dishes to Harkless. Passes it to Beverly. Outside, George. Lets it fly from 18. And again, no good by the Clippers.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
The pass to Brown. Pass to Drummond. Dishes to Griffin. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Leonard. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
You know, it's interesting. Blake has increased his shooting range, but that hasn't really carried over to the free throw line.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
Performed well thus far this season with a 78% clip.
First free throw is good. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
George, no good. Well, for Detroit, their last game a loss to the Utah Jazz. Now Brown. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's Drummond. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Los Angeles leading by 3. Leonard the pass to Harkless. And here's Beverly. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Zubac kicks to Beverly. Shoots the 3. Detroit with the rebound. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
And that was a game to forget. You'd like to find some teachable moments, but I think they'd like to just turn the page and move forward.
Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we overanalyze things. Can be better to just let it go.
Here's Leonard. Cans the 12-footer. Leonard's got a second bucket tonight.
Right there, that is poise of Kawhi Leonard, just taking what the defense gives him.
Brown the pass to Snell. Pistons passing it around. Here's Drummond. Can't hit from 12. Clippers leading by 3. Beverly deciding where to go with it. High arcing shot. He lays it in.
A shot that Beverly's developed. Once you have the floater, you don't always have to get to the rim.
Brown finds Snell. Here's Kennard, defended by George. Griffin trying to get open, and it's Drummond missing. Clippers have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. And here's Leonard from 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Leonard's got 7 points.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Right side, George. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
The Clippers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
He hits both from the stripe.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Brown against Beverly. Right side, Griffin. And Griffin slams it in.
The defense has to be terrified when Blake Griffin makes his mind up to drive it hard.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They're leading by 8. Harkless on the wing. Kicks to Beverly. The Clippers need to get off a shot with his first shot attempt. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Pistons trail by 8. Brown feeling it out a bit. Pass to Kennard. The tray. And Harkless pulls it down.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And it's Leonard missing.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Los Angeles leading by 8. Harkless kicks to George. Pass to Leonard. 14 feet away. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Detroit's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Williams comes in for Maurice Harkless. A different look here for Detroit. Detroit with the ball. Trailing here by 8. Here's Doumbouya down low. Shot clock at 6. Wood passes to Rose. It's deflected.
At the point guard position, Patrick Beverly is a great shot blocker.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Jermichael Green, he's checked in for Leonard. Rodney Magruder comes in for George. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Puts it up off the inbound, and the bank shot is good.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Williams to end the drought, and Harrell with the lay-in. Good. And the Clippers lead by 8.
How many times have we seen this? Harrell getting his points in the screen and roll.
Galloway taking his time here. Harrell against Morris. Back to Galloway. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Rose. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Pistons team.
And this was as even a matchup as you'll find in the NBA. Split the season series down the middle, 1 apiece.
Win one, lose one. This might be the case again for both teams this coming season.
Williams with the ball. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
Here's Rose. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Derek is just exceptional in the paint. A gifted scorer amongst the trees.
Williams dishes to Harrell. Out left to the wing. Here's Magruder. Back to Harrell. Here's Shamet. The shot that time, not on target. Some solid defense from Rose. Now the pass to Galloway, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Great court awareness by Derrick Rose, reading every inch of the floor so well.
Clippers leading by 4. Now here's Williams. He's been a go-to guy for them when they've needed offense. He's averaging 19 points a game. Here's Harrell. It's stolen by Morris. Here's Doumbouya. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
This is the tricky part. Having enough left in the tank to finish the job.
Now Shamet. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. He feeds it to Williams. Back to Shamet. Here's the three. They get it again. Detroit with the ball. Big stretch here going 10-2. Here's Galloway. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. L.A. is gone. Just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Here's Shamet. Oh, that's blocked. And they get it back. Green. And gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line. Here are the top shooters from deep this month. These guys have been raining down threes lately. You take a look at Shamet, one of the best shooters in the NBA, top 5 in the league at this moment.
Sometimes a three-point shooter gets into that rhythm and just keeps carrying it over. That's been the case for him the entire month.
That's good from Green. And for a long time, JaMychal Green was mostly an energy player. But Smitty, he's expanded his game lately.
Worked on developing an outside shot. He can drop a few threes from the power forward spot now, Kevin. He still has a high motor. You love the activity around the rim.
And the Pistons making a change here. Frazier's checked in. And both free throws good for Green.
JaMychal Green, undrafted out of Alabama, played in the D-League and France, but he solidified himself as a quality NBA big man.
Pass to Frazier. Beyond the arc. Green with the block.
One of JaMychal's strengths is his shot blocking. Whether he's down low or on the perimeter, he gets up quickly.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Frazier against Williams. Frazier kicks to Morris. That three off the mark.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
And there's the bucket from Magruder. 24 seconds left in the first quarter of the game.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Outside Rose. Five on the clock. From the arc. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Los Angeles in that leadership role alongside him.
And those two will be pivotal in deciding just how good this team can be.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
Here are the five Detroit has to start the second quarter. Doumbouya is out there with Wood. Then there's Frazier. Then there's Markieff Morris. And it's Rose in at the shooting guard position. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, in Blake Griffin, the Pistons have their biggest star in years, probably going back to their championship team of 2004. A return to all-star form for Blake meant tremendous individual numbers last season. The Pistons hadn't won a playoff game in more than a decade. Still not the result they want in 2019. The Pistons will be trying to capitalize during Blake's prime. Kevin, we'll see where this franchise goes from here.
We sure will, David, but he's a terrific player. Thank you so much. And here is Harrell. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Back to Magruder. Williams for three. Some solid defense from Rose. Pistons trail by 4. And the rejection by Harrell. Pass to man from past the arc. It's hauled in by Wood. Wood's got 4 rebounds in this game. Inside. And Frazier with the basket on the assist by Rose. Rose has got 3 assists now in this one. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Passes to Williams. Teardrop shot. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
The experience of Williams coming through there. Catches the defender slightly out of position. Lou Williams has been a weapon off the bench for so long, and he has won 6th Man of the Year multiple times.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
They throw good, Lou Williams. And for Lou Williams, he is just instant offense when you bring him, Smitty, into the game.
And a lot of that is just his mindset. Lou Williams, once he's checked in, he is attacking at every given opportunity. Not everyone can be successful off the bench, but Lou Williams has made a career of it.
And Williams drops them both.
You look at the trajectory of Williams' career. 2nd-round pick, started slow, but his game has aged like a fine wine.
And the shot goes down.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
The Clippers in the lead. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Man passes to Leonard. 3-pointer. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Harrell against Griffin. Frazier scanning the floor. The pass to Drummond. 6 to shoot. No good. That would have tied it. For Los Angeles, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Williams dishes to Leonard. Over Drummond. And it's sent back by Drummond.
Andre Drummond with the wingspan of 7'6". It's going to be hard to get it over him.
Harkless the pass to Harrell. Over Rose. Harrell, that's good. And the Clippers lead by 4.
The defense is there, but because of the height disparity, there's no real contest.
Pass to Drummond. The dish to Rose. He scores the basket. That's field goal number 3 for him.
And for those who criticize Drummond facilitating, I say rewatch that play. He's improving.
Pass to Harkless. Man, he's covered by Rose. Kicks to Leonard. Lets it go from deep. Offensive rebound. Harrell. Great D that time from Griffin.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Frazier against Williams. Frazier the pass to Rose. To the paint. Here's Drummond. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And the Clippers get called for the foul.
This is what happens when Drummond gets the ball in deep. Either he makes the shot, gets fouled, or sometimes both.
And the first one at the line is good. And the defensive impact that Andre Drummond can have on the floor is a major factor.
Well, you know that Drummond is going to do the work of 3 players on the glass, but he's also been a solid rim protector who makes up for his height with great timing and reach.
George is checked in for Los Angeles. Patrick Beverly comes in for Lou Williams. That one drops. He ties it up. Smitty, when things get heated between 2 players, we often see a double technical call. But should the instigator be penalized more if it can be determined who was the instigator?
I agree, Kevin. I just don't like sometimes when 2 guys get into it and you just automatically call a double technical. Because the strategy-wise, if I was playing Kevin and their best player had a technical already, I would get into it just so I can call a double technical and hopefully he'll be gone.
Now, wait a minute. Did you really? Honestly?
No, we did. I mean, I think that back in the day, you saw like Patrick Ewing, for instance. He had a tech. We would just send somebody out there just to see a couple plays.
Take a break.
If we can get him thrown
2
out.
shots.
Especially now, if you just call a double technical, the way they do, a lot of star players have been gone.
The first free throw is good.
Well, one area that has slowed the Pistons the last decade is their player development.
Yeah, GA, you look at their roster, very few homegrown players. The Pistons haven't had a lot of hits with their first-round picks. To be a top team, you need to have a front office that can build from within.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Brown with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Drummond. Right side, Griffin. Detroit needs to get off a shot here. From deep three-point range, Kennard's shot is off.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Brown against George. Back to Beverly. Here's Harrell. That shot off. Some solid defense from Brown. Bobbed up there for Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
With the flexibility to adjust at the rim, Drummond can catch the pass almost anywhere and still throw it down.
George looking over the floor. And that one, good. George has got 10 points.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Brown the pass to Snell. That shot no good. And the Clippers will come the other way. Kicks it out to Leonard for 3. Rebound, Detroit.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game. And well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammates.
To the middle. Brown outside. He kicks it to Snell. Right wing. Griffin against Leonard. Poked away. Tries it from the top of the key. And too long on the shot. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Passes it to Harkless. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Now here's Harrell. Leonard on the wing. Fires from deep. Hits the three-point bomb. He's got 10.
A multi-talented scorer with range. You want to get Leonard as many touches as possible.
Here's the pass to Snell. Over George. Misses off the left iron.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
If you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
Great focus on the defensive end there to contest that shot.
And this is where you would prefer to work the ball to someone else for just a better look.
Pass to Leonard. Kicks it to Harkless. Lets it go with a 3. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Harkless has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Back to Brown. Pass to Griffin. Will it go? That's in, and that's his fourth basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
This is what you want out of your offense. A high percentage look for Blake Griffin.
Brown against Beverly. Here's Leonard. Rebound, Detroit. Snell's got 4 rebounds in this game. He kicks to Drummond. Passes it to Brown. And the pass to Griffin. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
With a smile on Blake's face, it looks like he enjoys having contact before he shoots.
Pass to Harkless. He dishes it to George. Off target from outside. Pistons trail by 4. Here's Griffin. Rebound by the Clippers. Harrell's got 5 rebounds tonight. Leonard on the wing. Harrell against Drummond. Now here's Harrell. He's guarded closely, and that one's good. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Leonard. And a different look here for the Pistons. Morris is checked in for Drummond. Christian Wood comes in for Blake Griffin. Doomboy is checked in for Tony Snell. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Kennard.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned.
Green kicks to George. Pass to Zubats. Now here's Beverly, guarded closely. It's hauled in by Wood. Wood's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Doomboya. Green with the rebound.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession. All right, a chance to check out the numbers for Brown. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's right around 9 points a night, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. Yeah, he's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the cause.
And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Paul George. 1:16 left to play here in the second quarter. Galloway, the pass to Brown. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Here's Galloway. He's covered by Shamet. Galloway kicks to Morris. 4 on the shot clock. Now the Clippers moving it up. And George with the stuff.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
Galloway, the pass to Morris. Here's Galloway. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Detroit. It's a 10-point game. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Back to Wood. Over to the left wing. Clock at 4. Lets it go. And that one hits back iron. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. He notched 8 points in the quarter. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Pistons trail by 10. They've got Paul George. Harkless is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Brown, good.
I love that play right there. You see the patience of Blake. Doesn't force anything, just waits for his man to break free.
Leonard on the wing, passes it to Zubac. Outside Leonard, over in the corner Beverley. Shot on the wing, good on the shot. Beverley's got 6.
Nice compact release on that jumper. Beverley gets it off in a hurry, makes it tough to defend.
Brown the pass to Drummond. Brown against Beverley. Here's Snell. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Outside, George. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Pistons trail by 9.
And despite a fair amount of turnover, the Clippers have made the playoffs 7 out of the last 8 years.
I am so surprised. When you lose Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, and DeAndre Jordan, you expect a complete rebuild. But the team stayed competitive throughout, and now they're well positioned into the future. When Blake gets on a roll, you have to watch out. This is a man who has found some rhythm, and he is not letting up.
George with the bounce pass. Here's Leonard, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
First one falls for him. Smitty, you've seen this before, separating teams that can make the deep playoff run, those that can't get bounced out early. What have you found is the difference between those two?
Well, a lot of times, Kevin, it comes down to those teams have more talent that can make those deep playoff runs. Also, they can make adjustments. And then I think also they're a team that has better chemistry, and they can win defensively and not just have to rely on their offense. I mean, those huge hands of Kawhi Leonard give him great control of the ball, very sparing with his turnovers.
Griffin looking around. And a brief look now at the best rebounders from the point guard position over the past month. 5th on the list is Patrick Beverley.
And it may not be the first thing you think about, but if you look at a lot of the all-time great point guards, their rebounding, that nose for the basketball is a big part of their game.
And this is what makes this group so special. They are complete players, and rebounding is a part of it.
And he knocks down the first one. Blake Griffin hits them both.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Lou Williams won 6th Man of the Year for the 3rd time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Bounce pass from Beverly. Harkless finds George. A floater, and it's sent back by Drummond. Leonard against Griffin. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
He is a scoring machine right now, but he needs more support from his teammates if they want to win this one.
Zubac the pass to Leonard. To the inside. And finished off by Leonard.
Kevin, I like that he's staying aggressive. One of the NBA's most consistent scorers. Kawhi's been doing it all tonight.
Griffin passes to Brown.
A big key to the Clippers' recent surge, the development of Montrezl Harrell. His activity and his ability to score have been infectious for this team, and he also can be very intimidating.
It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting 2.
That one is off. Derrick Rose is checked in for Tony Snell. He hits the second from the line. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. And there's the pass to Leonard. Shoots over Griffin. And another field goal in his total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%. And the Clippers getting Harrell in that Chris Paul deal. Turned out to be a decent trade for both teams.
You're totally right. The Rockets already had Capella. Harrell was sort of a redundant in terms of skill set. And you can only have one rim runner on the floor before you began to compromise spacing.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And Griffin sends it back. Rose against Williams. Up top, Brown. Pass to Drummond. And that one is good. Drummond's got 8 points.
Andre Drummond absorbs a ton of hits, has the strength to finish through contact.
On the wing, Williams. He can't get that one. The Pistons go the other way with it. A shot by Griffin. Nobody around. Off target, his 6th miss in 13 attempts from the floor. Outside, Williams. Pass to Leonard. 14 feet away, and it's good for 2. Leonard's got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers.
Though he has a score-first mindset, Williams not a bad setup man.
Outside, Griffin. Pistons passing it around. Here's Drummond. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Great defensive effort. Just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And, Kevin, you don't stay a perennial 6th Man of the Year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
And he makes the first. And Steve, some classic shoe brands making a return to the NBA with updated versions. Smitty, what was your sneaker of choice back in the day?
Kevin, that's funny. I started off with the pumps, the double pumps, and then I ended up with a shell-toe low top. And then now you see all the youngsters now wearing low tops. They used to tell me back in the day, low tops were not good for your ankles. But I didn't really jump that high, so I was okay.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
It's interesting. No free throw attempts for him in the first half. He's finally pushing the action and reaping the reward.
Outside Rose. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
Derrick Rose has a skill of getting fouled, drawing the defense, and loving the contact.
For Detroit, they have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Rose.
Explosiveness by Derrick Rose is one of the reasons why a lot of guys do not want to guard him.
Detroit making a switch here. Morris is checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. Clippers leading by 10. Now Williams fires from the line, and that's good for 2. Williams has got 6 points.
Well, he can hit the three. He can drive it. Now you see what Williams can do from the mid-range.
Here's Rose. Here's Drummond. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell. Well, you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond is one of them.
Take a break.
Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
The first free throw is good.
Well, now when you foul Drummond, he can hurt you a little bit at the line. He's much improved.
That one misses. Well, Steve, we keep seeing new arenas and new state-of-the-art training facilities. As a player, what do you value more, home court or the practice court?
Kevin, I really think it's the practice court because you spend so much time there. But a lot of times now, franchises have both, the home court and their practice facility right inside the arena. If you can have the practice court at an all-time high, something guys like and love, they'll spend a lot of time there.
Clippers leading by 11. And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
Guard it.
Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
It's not the monster game that we see for him occasionally, but it's still incredibly impressive.
Here's Williams, and it's sent back by Drummond. To the middle. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Rose.
He's doing what he can do to pull them closer, but it's not enough. He needs more help.
Williams dishes to Harrell. Shamet with it, working on Rose, and it's sent back by Drummond. Harrell, that's good. And it's Rose with the ball for the Pistons. Knocked away. Frazier the pass to Rose. Frazier against Williams. Clock at 6. Green against Frazier. From deep. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. We've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Green.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
And here is Shamet. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Maurice Harkless is checked in for Green, and Georgia subbed in for Rodney McGruder. And then for Detroit, Christian Wood comes in for Drummond, and Doumbouya is subbed in for Frazier.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Pistons trail by 14. Outside Rose. Pass to Wood. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Shot from free throw range. And Detroit again with the bucket.
It looked like the defense just flat out froze out there. Clear breakdown in communication to allow that easy bucket.
Outside, George from downtown. Unable to get that one. And it's Detroit the other way. Now, here's Doumbouya. He's defended by Harrell. Outside Rose. Kicks it to Galloway. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Galloway has got it back down to within single digits for the Pistons. Rose against Williams. Steps back and fires. That one wide left.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Now, here's Doumbouya. He's covered by Shamet. Releases from 15, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. Harrell's got 7 rebounds in the game. Williams looking over the floor. Stolen by Rose. Here's Doumbouya. Another 3 for Detroit.
The defense decides to gamble off him, and he cashes in.
Los Angeles leading by 6. Outside, George, and the call will be against Langston Galloway. That is his first foul of the game. Tony Snell's checked in for Detroit. Williams from outside. It's good from long range. Williams has got 5 points in the quarter.
And he finally gets involved from beyond the arc. His first 3 of the game comes here in the second quarter.
Here's Galloway. He's covered by Shamet. Morris outside. Puts up a 3 and another 3 for Detroit.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Bounce pass from Williams. Here's George. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Pistons trail by 8. Rose with the ball. 12 points for him. Here's Morris. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell. And I just love the skill set that Markieff Morris has, Greg, at that forward position.
He really is a do-it-all type of forward for this team. Can step outside and shoot, but has no problem guarding anyone on the front line of the opposition.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And Morris drops them both. 1:04 left in the third. And George kicks to Beverly. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Few guys play with Harrell's level of energy, and that gets him to the line with some frequency.
This is his first free throw of the game.
2 shots.
That's good from Harrell.
What I appreciate about Harrell is how hard he's worked on his skill set. The jumper, the post moves, and the passing.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 55 seconds left to play in the third. Rose against Beverly. Rose in the post. It's good. Rose has got 8 here in the quarter.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
The pass to Harkless. Shamet on the wing. 5 points in the game. Pass to Beverly. He kicks it to Harrell. 6 to shoot. And Harrell slams it in.
Incredible activity from Montrezl Harrell. So many of his points is off the offensive glass.
Beverly against Rose. To the left wing. And the wing jumper offline. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the...
I like that coach stressed that everyone needs to hit the boards.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. And on the floor for Detroit here in the 4th. We've got Brown, Wood out there with Tony Snell. Then there's Markieff Morris. And it's Galloway in at the 2 spot.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Brown the pass to Galloway. From about 19 feet, it's hauled in by Los Angeles. Harrell's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
It's just one trip down the court, but you have to have short memory in this league or you won't last long.
Griffin's checked in for Morris. And we've played through about a minute here in the 4th. And it's blocked. Brown against George. Brown kicks to Snell. 3-pointer. Here's Wood. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
And George, here we go. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there.
Galloway finds Snell. And here's Brown, defended by Harkless. Now here's Griffin. And the rejection by Harrell. Inside, Shamet the pass to Harkless. And Harkless slams it in.
Skying high, one of his advantages as an undersized 4.
they've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Right side Griffin, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
He doesn't let you off the hook, Blake Griffin. He likes to draw contact and usually gets to the free throw line. Well, you talk about someone who's an absolute piranha on defense, and that is Patrick Beverley. Gives you no room to get comfortable and is a thorn in his assignment side.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And Smitty, with Beverly and his defense, it's not like he turns it on or off.
Nope, he's always going full speed on defense. It's been his calling card as a player for years now, and it's what he's made his name on in the NBA.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Maurice Harkless, and Kawhi Leonard subbed in for Landry Shamet. Both shots good from the stripe. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Beverly dishes to Leonard. And he uses the glass on the way. Leonard's got 16 points here in the second half.
And there isn't a lot that they're...
David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, Dwayne Casey just going over the game plan with his team down the stretch. He told them, you can do a lot of great things out there and still lose if you don't take care of the boards. I want to see more effort, gang rebounding, everyone involved. That was his only focus. Kevin?
Down to 5 on the shot clock. That shot by Griffin, no good.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
NBA champion, finals MVP, Kawhi has done a lot in a short time.
Brown kicks to Snell. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
There's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. A nice shot by George.
And after a first half in which their offense shot under 40%, they've got the lead, and they should count themselves to be lucky.
Brown, the pass to Griffin. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. And here's Leonard from 3. Rebound Andre Drummond.
He started off solid, had 2 threes at halftime, but blank from deep since.
Pass to Snell. Outside Griffin. Elbow shot. That one doesn't drop. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Beverly, the pass to Harrell. Rebound by the Pistons. Snell's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. To the paint, here's Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
There's not many that dunks it as powerful as Andre Drummond. He's explosive at 280 pounds.
Passes to Zubac. Back to George. There's the triple. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. George has got a couple of 3-pointers now in the fourth for Los Angeles. And so Brown will bring it up for the Detroit Pistons, trailing by 17. The pass to Griffin. Down low, Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Now here's Leonard. Not a lot of room. Count it. Good. Leonard's got 31 points.
Playing at his tempo, his pace. He's been dialed in all night.
Left side, Griffin. And the rejection by Zubac. The second chance effort, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the Clippers get called for the foul.
I mean, when Blake is coming at you full speed, you have 2 choices. Let him go or foul him.
Well, Ivica Zubac may not block a lot of shots, but Smitty, he is still a solid defender.
What Zubac does is a great job of challenging players at the rim and provides great help from the weak side. He does rack up a lot of defensive fouls, but hopefully that decreases with time.
First free throw is good. Griffin hits them both.
And his work at the free throw line has been terrific tonight, making the most of his chances.
George passes to Leonard. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got 3 assists in the game. Brown against Beverly. Brown with the bounce pass. Griffin finds Brown. Back to Griffin. To the left side wing. Here's Kennard. Detroit, no good that time either. Los Angeles leading by 17. And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got 11 points in the quarter.
They have leaned on him all quarter, and it has worked to perfection.
Pass to Kennard. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Kennard's got his first points of the night.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Leonard, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Leonard's got 37.
So much sharper, so much more efficient with his shot this half. Just taking what the defense allows.
Outside Griffin. And then Griffin with the dunk.
All Blake needs is a little bit of space, and once he gets through, it usually ends up with a dunk.
Brown against Beverly. A 3-ball. Great D that time from Griffin.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
Knocked loose. Leonard with the ball. Picked up by Brown. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Always up there among the leaders in steals. Leonard gets his team out in transition.
Outside Griffin. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Blake is so hard to guard off the dribble, and he has the elevation to go over you, but he is strong enough to absorb contact and get to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Harkless is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. And a switcher also for Detroit. Rose is checked in. Griffin hits them both.
I love how hard he's playing, really since the break. All the defense can do at this point is foul him.
Outside Leonard. Rebound collected by Snell. Snell's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Rose. The shot misses. Excellent D there from George. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. Count that one. Leonard's got 41.
Dominating when it matters most. Give him the ball and get out of the way.
Kennard, the pass to Griffin. Dishes it to Rose. Goes up from the top of the key. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Pass to Leonard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Good job inviting contact. The closer Leonard gets to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes.
At the line for your Clippers, Kawhi Leonard. At the line for 2.
Free throw missing. And he's good on the second. Steve, it seems like criticism of NBA officials is reaching a very interesting level. We see players, coaches, and now even executives. To the wing right side. Rose against Beverly. Passes it to Snell from deep. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Clippers leading by 17. Now here's Beverly. Kicks it to George. George double teamed. The pass to Harkless. Fires for 3. Rebound Detroit. Drummond's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Kennard. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, a big change last season for Luke Kennard happened when he stopped worrying about taking bad shots. He was asked to be more proactive on offense and start creating chances for himself instead of waiting for the ball to be swung to him.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And Smitty, that aggressiveness from Kennard, that's what the team wants from him.
He's a big part of their future. They need that from him. He may not be their number 1 or number 2 scorer, but he can be a very solid option off the bench or as a starter.
Both good from the line that time. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Pass to Zubats. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
On the free throw, no good. Pistons trail by 17. Snell finds Rose. Here's Griffin, defended by Beverly. Fader on the way. They get it back. Drummond outside for Griffin. Here's Kennard, defended by George. 4 on the clock. From deep, Rose. That shot is in, just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15.
Derrick Rose, when he's in the outside shot, creates even more space for him to operate.
Right side, Leonard. Outside, George. I saw this the other day, Steve. The NBA now helping to create the Basketball Africa League. 12 teams from across that terrific continent. I think it's pretty exciting.
It is. This is an incredible story. Great for the sport and great for the people of Africa.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Clippers.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Kawhi Leonard.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
Pass to Kennard. Jacks up a 3. Another 3 for Detroit.
3 points.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability